Hello, my name is Rob, and this weekend I'm going on a mystery weekend with my work. Welcome to Rob's Randoms. On this channel, I make weekly videos about absolutely anything. Could be a food recipe or a DIY project or a vlog of my work trip. So yes, every year my work takes away everyone in the business who wants to go, and we go have a weekend away that is a mystery that is planned for us. Everything is paid for us. We all have a really good time. Last year, there was a video about it. It's up there. You can watch it if you want. So last year we went away and we did some team building stuff, and then we went to the aquarium, the Deep in Hull, and then we had a black tie dinner in the Deep. It was really fun. Again, you can watch the video up there. So it's currently about 6:30 in the morning. We need to get off so that we can get to the place where the bus is going to pick us up, and then we're going to go have a mystery weekend away. So let's go. So after we got on the coach, we got the itinerary for the mystery weekend, which started out with a trip to the British Motor Museum. So we got to the British Motor Museum and we started off by having access to tea and coffee and some cookies, which were very nice. Then we got 2 tours of the place, and the British Motor Museum is fantastic. It's got hundreds of different cars, all from different makes and models, from old Model T 4s up to prototype cars. So many incredible things. And we had tours from 2 different tour guides, both of whom were very knowledgeable about the subject, and they were talking about just their favorite ones or the history of specific models and things. Very interesting. Learned a lot. The best part of the tour, though, was when a tour guide gave us a complete overview of the Model T Ford, and the best bit of that was when he showed us what the horn sounded like. We also got to have some rides in some very old cars. There was a Land Rover from 1959, I think it said, and the other one, we're not sure what it was. We couldn't really speak to the driver because there was a partition, but that was a much older one, very Model T Ford style thing, both of which were very cool to actually be able to ride in. Then we got lunch. As the vegetarian, I got some sweet corn fritters, some incredible potato wedges, and a cheese and onion roll, all of which was very nice, and more of the coffee. I was very tiring after this, just walking around the place for 2 hours or so. Then it was back on the coach for an hour-and-a-half ride to Swindon, and we've just arrived at our hotel, which is a Marriott. So now we have an hour-and-a-half worth of downtime, although it isn't really downtime because we have to get ready, because tonight we have a black tie dinner at a still mysterious location. There we are, we're in our black tie. I mean, not technically, but I'm not buying a tuxedo for this. So, should we go find out what this mystery location is for dinner? Well, so we got downstairs to find out what the mystery venue was, but first of all, there was a mini mystery because getting to the venue was special in its own way because we got to ride on an actual old vintage London bus. One issue with that is that it didn't have air conditioning and it was very hot, and we decided to sit upstairs. That was a bad idea, but it meant that we got a great view of the 15-20 minute journey on the bus as we went to Steam, a museum of the Great Western Railway. We had a good time wandering around all of the exhibits, looking at all the incredible old massive trains. I played with a miniature train set. We got our photo taken. I don't know if I'm going to have that back by the time this video goes up. And we also got some live music by a vintage vocalist called Paula Marie. Somewhere waiting for me. Then we sat down to a 3-course dinner. The starter was a sweet potato soup, which was really nice, even for me, who really doesn't like sweet potato. The main course was beef bourguignon, if you eat meat, and for me it was caponata tagliatelle, which was really nice. I've been making caponata recently. It's really nice. And it was very filling. There was a lot of spaghetti there. And the dessert was a Sicilian lemon cheesecake, which was delicious. There also was an open bar, which we made a lot of use of. So now it's Sunday morning. We've just been down for a pretty decent breakfast, and now we are waiting to go back on the coach to go to Simply Alpacas, which has got, I believe, Simply Alpacas. So Simply Alpacas actually did not have Simply Alpacas because they also had a few llamas like this majestic boy here. Simply Alpacas was the main activity for the day, and it was very fun, even though it was very hot, very sunny, very little shade. But we got to wander around, we got to hang out with some of the alpacas, we got to walk some of the alpacas. Here is my wife walking them, and then there are some pictures of me walking them. We both had a great time here. There also was some activities playing with alpaca felt, and my wife managed to make this really cool checkerboard design, which I think is very fun. Lunch at Simply Alpacas was a hog roast, apparently not made of alpaca, and mine was a vegetarian version. They didn't explain what it was, but it was a vegetarian hog roast. It was very nice. So Simply Alpacas was a really good activity for us to do throughout the day, being able to walk the alpacas, hang out with them, listen to the people who work there who are very knowledgeable about alpacas. There were some fun activities and stuff, but also it was nice to just be able to hang out with my work colleagues in a casual setting and just chat about things that aren't work. Then we got back on the coach and drove about an hour and a half back north, during which time I managed to read most of my book, Rules of Attraction by Bret Easton Ellis. Quite enjoying it, very crass. It's interesting though. Anyway, then we stopped off at the barn. This was about 20 minutes away from the final destination when we could all go home. This was basically so everybody could have some food and drink before everyone had to then go home, because we're from all over the country. Some people had hours to go from there, so they like to make sure that everyone has at least had some food before they go. Food at the barn was a buffet of like sandwiches and finger food and things, which was all very nice. Then we got back on the bus for the 20-minute ride back to the office, where everyone then got in their cars and drove home, and I have just arrived back home now. So this has been a very fun weekend. It always is. I really appreciate that my work does this. I know not a lot of businesses would do this sort of thing. We had a great time. It's great to be able to talk to my work colleagues and become better friends with them, but also it's just a nice weekend away doing stuff that we would never do otherwise. Me and my wife would never go to an alpaca farm, or probably we would never go to Steam Museum, but it was really cool going to these things. It's just a fun, interesting, varied weekend doing cool stuff. However, we are now very tired and I do have to go to work in the morning, which I'm not looking forward to. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please do click like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. My name is Rob, and I will see you in another random video next week.